Welcome to St. Michael's Academy Betya's e-learning class of Moral Science Class 5. Today we will start with the first chapter, which is titled Dignity of Labor. So before starting this chapter, first we will know about dignity. Dignity in Hindi means shan or gaurav. Dignity of labor means shram ki garima. So this story is all about the hard work. Hard work which we put in any work we do in our day-to-day life. So let's start with this chapter. First, I will read the paragraph, then we will do the explanation. So, here it goes. Once upon a time, a village was hit by a great famine. What do you mean by famine? Extreme scarcity of food. In Hindi, we call akal. Lack of rainfall had damaged all the crops, as a result of which the people living there started dying of hunger and poverty. The conditions were such that they were forced to beg. One day, 3 noblemen were crossing the same village. All of them were generous, soul, and extremely rich. When they saw the plight of the villagers, they felt really sad. They decided to help them in the best possible way they could. The first nobleman ordered his men to give 10 gold coins to each villager. He wished them well and waited for the second nobleman to show his generosity. The second nobleman was a trader of food. He had several carts full of grains that were produced in his fields. He was taking them to the nearby town to sell. He ordered his men to take out the food grains from his wagon and give enough to each villager to last a few months. The nobleman also asked his men to send for some doctors to cure the villagers of their illness. The villagers were filled with gratitude. They thanked the first 2 noblemen profusely for their kindness. So here the story goes. Once upon a time, there was a village suffering from a great famine. Famine means extreme scarcity of food, means akal. And in that village, there were no rainfall. And because of that, all the crops were damaged. Because of famine, people's condition got worse. They all were dying of hunger and poverty, and even started begging for living. So what do you mean by hunger? Craving for food. In Hindi we call bhook. Poverty, the state of being extremely poor. In Hindi we call gareeb. So one day, 3 noble people were crossing the village. All 3 of them are helpful, kind-hearted, and extremely rich. And when they saw the condition of the villagers, they felt very sad. And finally, they decided to help the villagers. So, the first nobleman ordered his men to give 10 gold coins to each villager. Everyone thanked the first nobleman. So now it was a chance of the second nobleman to help. He was a great trader, So he ordered several carts full of grains that were produced in his fields. Actually, the nobleman taking all these crops to the nearby town to sell. So he ordered his men to give enough food grains to each villagers so that it lasts a few months, and also ordered his men to send some doctors to cure the villagers if they were ill. The villagers thanked second nobleman for their kindness. So, children, I will ask you some questions. What first nobleman gave to the villagers? Yes, he gave 10 gold coins to each villagers. Now, what second nobleman gave to the villagers? He gave enough food grains to each villager so that it lasts a few months. And he also ordered his men to send some doctors so that they can cure the villagers who are sick. Now we will read the next paragraph. Now it was the turn of the third nobleman to do something for the poor villagers. The nobleman, however, did nothing. He simply told his friends, "I think you have done enough for their villagers. They don't need my help anymore, but we shall come again in a few days to visit them." Both the noblemen and the villagers were really surprised. They felt that he was being selfish by not helping them. After a few days, the three noblemen came back to the same village. What they saw surprised them to no end. The condition of the villagers was the same as before. So here is the explanation. As we have learnt earlier that the first nobleman helped them by giving 10 gold coins to each villagers, and the second nobleman helped them by giving the food grains and providing the facility of the doctors. So all the villagers hoped that the third man will do something for them, but he didn't. He did nothing for them. The third nobleman said, "They don't need my help anymore. They have enough, but we shall come again in a few days to visit them." Everyone, even his friends, thought that he was being selfish by not helping the villagers. But the days passed. The three noblemen came again to the same village, but they saw the condition of the villagers. It was same as earlier. Whatever the two noblemen had given to them were lost. So we will read the next paragraph. The two noblemen who had helped the villagers went to them and asked, "Why do the people here still look hungry? How did you use the money and coins we gave you?" The villagers looked ashamed. One of them got up and said, "Sir, the food and the money you gave us was mainly spent by us on making merry. After you had left, the villagers had a huge feast with the grain and spent the gold coin on luxuries. Soon all the money got over and our life became the same as before." The two noblemen were really angry. One of them said, "What a waste it has been. We should have never helped you." The villagers said, "Sir, we are extremely sorry for what we have done. Our families are dying of hunger. Please forgive us and help us one more time." We shall not disappoint you. The noblemen were not moved. They refused to believe the villagers. So the explanation of this chapter, as we have read earlier, that the third nobleman refused to help them, and he said that they will return after few days. So when they returned after few days, they saw the condition of the villagers. It was same as earlier. But the two noblemen were very confused that even they have given the food grains and the gold coins, why what happened to them. So one of the noblemen asked the villagers, "What happened to all of you? We had already given you gold coins and food grains so that you all can survive, but you all are looking hungry." But all the villagers looked ashamed. One of them stood up and said, "Sir, the food and the money you gave to us, spent by us on making merry, means party. We celebrated in a grand way. We spent all the money on luxuries." The two men were angry because of their behavior of the villagers. One of them said, "What waste it has been! We should have never helped you." The villagers said, "We are extremely sorry for what we have done. Please forgive us and give us one more chance. We shall not disappoint you." The two men denied to help. They refused to believe the villagers because they have lost their trust. Now we will read the next paragraph. At this point, the third nobleman ordered his men to take out everything that he had brought for the villagers from his wagon. His men kept some farming tools, seeds, and food grains in front of everyone. He said, "I knew that the money and food grains that you had received without hard work would soon get over. You wouldn't realize its importance. I could have given you these farming tools during my earlier visit, but the money and the food grains that you had already received from my friends wouldn't have motivated you to work and earn your own living. So I didn't give you any of these the last time I visited your village. Remember, working hard always ensures food on your plate." The villagers understood their folly. The nobleman also praised their friend for his farsightedness. It's a time for the explanation. So, as we have learned that the two noblemen who had helped earlier had refused to believe the villagers. Now, after seeing all this, the third nobleman ordered his men to take out everything that he brought for the villagers. His men kept some farming tools, seeds, and food grains in front of everyone. The third man said he knew that the money and food grains would get over soon because these things got easily to you all. You all did not knew the importance of it. He said, "I thought to give the farming tools at the time only when I visited you, but you all got the money and food grains. Money and food grains never motivated you all to work or on your own. That's why I haven't given you all the farming tools. So always remember, Working hard always ensures food on your plate. The villagers realized their mistake. Even his friends praised the third nobleman for his foresightness. Now, the next paragraph. When it was time to go, they asked the third nobleman to join them, but he refused. He said, I shall work on the farms and help these farmers grow crops. I shall also get wells dug so that they can water their fields even during famines. Have you lost your mind? A man of our means never work on farms, said one of the two noblemen. What will people say? Exclaimed the other. The third nobleman smiled and said, My friend, any work done with honesty deserves respect. After this, the third nobleman went with the villagers to their fields. Watching him work along with the other villagers made his friends realize that no work is insignificant. The explanation of this paragraph, as we have learnt earlier that the third nobleman get ready to help the villagers by providing them some farming tools, seeds, food, grains in front of everyone. And the third nobleman even made them realize their mistake, what they have done. They have misused the food grains and money what the other nobleman had provided them. So after the villagers realized their mistake, so it was the time to go, but the third nobleman refused to come, and he said he will work with these people in the farms and help these farmers to grow crops. I shall also get well dug so that they never get these problems. But one of the two noblemen said that, Are you gone mad? A man of our means never works on farms. Why he said these words? Because they are rich people and they have never done the work like this earlier. So they have said these words, that what people will think, we never work on the farms, all these sentences. So after hearing all this, the third nobleman said, Any work done with honesty deserves respect. After all this happened, the third nobleman started working with villagers in the fields. After watching him working with the villagers, made his friend realize that no work is small or big if it is done with honesty and respect. So, as we have heard the story that the villagers, they are suffering from famine, and how these three noblemen helped the villagers. The first nobleman helped them with gold coins. The second nobleman helped them with food grains and doctors. And the most important, the third nobleman who helped them with farming tools, seeds, food grains, and told them the importance of the hard work, which is very important in our life. So, children, what we have learnt from this story, that we have to do hard work no matter in what conditions we are. We shall not be dependent on others, but rather believe on our own hard work and intelligence for a living. And also, while helping others, we shall focus on a permanent solution rather than a temporary solutions to the needy. In the next video, we will do the question answer and the book work of this chapter. I hope you understood the chapter. Thank you.